Hello BookTube, Sarah here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with my May 2017 pre-orders. So these are all the books that I have on pre-order for the month of May. There's not a lot of them, but I wanted to talk about them of course anyway. So let's start right off. With May the 2nd, coming out is Love Me Again by Jaci Burton. This is the 7th book in the Hope series. Jaci Burton is a really great author, and when I saw this one come up for pre-order, I immediately added it. I don't have any other books in this series, so I'm going to have to go back and get some of the earlier ones. But these all take place in the same, same small town. I think it's in Oklahoma. And this one is about a woman who returns back to her, childhood hometown after her divorce and decides to, stay single and worry about raising her daughter. And, of course, meets back up with the man that she used to love, when he was a boy in high school, or when they were in high school. So, kind of a second chance romance, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Also coming out on May the 2nd is A Piece of My Heart by Sharon Sala. This is book number 4 in the Blessings, Georgia series. Another small town kind of romance, and this is about a woman who kind of grew up in foster homes, and she comes to this town, something about to help an accident victim. I'm not too sure what her backstory actually is, but finds that this town opens their arms to her and decides to stick around, and of course finds love, so it sounds like a really, really cute story. Sharon Sala does some really, really great romantic suspense novels, but she also does fantastic contemporary romance, so if you haven't tried her work, definitely check her out, and I'm really looking forward to this one too. Now a jump. This one is coming out on May 18th, and this is called The Last Piece of My Heart by Paige Toon. This is an author that I've seen quite a bit in a used bookstore not far from me. She does women's fiction, and this one I saw, and the cover kind of drew me in. And then when I read the description, I thought, that sounds like a really, really great book. So essentially what this is about, it's about a woman who is a travel writer, and she has a blog, a relationship blog, that she has turned into a novel. And she's been rejected by several different publishers. And then she gets this opportunity that there's, it's a famous author who had a second book that was never finished, and the family has hired her to finish this novel, and she kind of gets to know the family, and, it kind of takes off from there, but it just sounds like a really interesting premise, and I think it's going to be really, really good. Coming out on May the 21st is All For You by Melody Grace. This is the second book in the Sweetbriar Cove series. I read Melody Grace last year. There is no cover for this yet. This is just what was on Amazon and Goodreads. It says cover coming soon, so let's hope so. And it is about a woman who's a pastry chef, and she takes a detour, an unexpected detour, I think, into this small town, and finds this dilapidated bakery and decides to completely give up her previous life and run this bakery in this small town. And of course, a romance ensues from there. Melody Grace, I believe, is a Christian contemporary romance author, so these are very clean romances. I think she's the author of Christmas Joyride that I read in December, which I really, really enjoyed. She's a really good author, so I'm very, very much looking forward to this one. And I'm also very much looking forward to the cover being released, because I looked at the cover for the first book in the series, and they're really cute, so I'd like to see the cover for this one too. The last 4 books all come out on the 30th of May, so the first one is The Girl with the Make-Believe Husband by Quinn. This is the second book in the Roxby series, which is actually a prequel to the Bridgerton novels that I am currently reading and loving. So essentially what this one is about, her brother was injured in the war with the colonies in America, and she has only 2 choices to make. I guess she's already been orphaned, so she can go and live with her maiden aunt, or she can marry a scheming cousin, as it says on the back of the book. But she takes and makes up option 3, which is heading over across the Atlantic to America to find and care for her injured brother. Well, there she runs into her brother's best friend, who has also been injured, and in order to help him, she tells a lie saying that she is, in fact, this man's wife. And the story goes from there. So it sounds really, really great. You guys know how much I love Quinn. She's an auto-buy author for me. As soon as I see one of her books come up for pre-order, I automatically hit that pre-order button, and I am never disappointed. Personally, if you like historical romance, and especially this one, with it taking place mostly in America, it sounds a little bit different than your typical Regency romance. Also on May the 30th, New York Actually by Sarah Morgan. This is the 4th book in the From Manhattan with Love series. I just finished about a week or so ago the first book in the series, which was called Sleepless in Manhattan. The first 3 books follow the first 3 characters that you meet in that first book. I guess this character, her name's Molly, she maybe shows up a little bit later on in the series, and she is one who thinks she knows everything about relationships, and then she meets a man who's a divorce lawyer who, I guess, doesn't think the same way about relationships that she does. So this sounds like it's going to be really, really fun. Sarah Morgan writes some great books. I was really, really happy with Sleepless in Manhattan, and I have the 2nd book on ebook, and I'm probably going to pick up the 3rd because now I'm going to be having the 4th coming to me at the end of May, so very much looking forward to this one. Also on the 30th of May, No One But You by Brenda Novak. This is the 2nd book in the Silver Springs series. I pre-ordered and received the 1st book in the series, which was actually a Harlequin special edition novel. This one is being released as a standalone outside of the category romance series by Harlequin. And this is about a woman who is trying to gain custody of her son after a very messy divorce, and she only has a waitressing job, and she's trying to get, you know, a better job to help get custody of her son. And she takes a position at, I think it's like a lawyer firm or something, but the man who runs the firm was actually acquitted in the murder of his adopted parents. So he's got quite the backstory, and it's their, you know, the story of their relationship. So it sounds very, very interesting. I really enjoy Brenda Novak's writing, and I really did need to pick this next one up, even though I still haven't read the first one yet, but I'll get to it eventually. And for those of you at home who are playing the Heather Graham drinking game, please feel free to take a shot right now. Coming out on May the 30th, Dying Breath by Heather Graham. This is the 21st book in the Crew of Hunters series. Of course, as soon as I saw there was a pre-order up for it, I clicked that button. This is about a woman who survived an attempted murder. I guess somebody was stalking her and tried to kill her. After that, after her survival of that, she has the ability to see ghosts, and the story goes from there. This story takes place in Boston, Massachusetts, which makes me so excited. Like, you guys have no idea. I'm just hoping that there will be at least 1 or 2 mentions of my beloved Boston Red Sox. But yes, like I said, oh, sorry, people are messaging me, honestly. Like I said, the 21st book in the series, I am very, very much looking forward to this. I am only on book 8 right now, so I've got a long way to go before I get here, but I pick them up as they come up for pre-order, and eventually I will have the whole series, and I can't wait. So anyway, guys, that's it. Not too many books coming out in May that I pre-ordered. Everything that I try and pre-order are stuff that I really want to read eventually, because they are full price. And, you know, I am paying full price for these books, and you guys know that generally I don't pay full price for books. I try and get books on deal as much as I possibly can. But all these I'm really looking forward to. I will leave links in the down bar below to all the books that I've mentioned, to their Goodreads page, so you can go and check them out for yourself, maybe read a little bit more about them and see if it's something that you would be interested in. And until my next video, guys, take care and happy reading. Bye.